In this video, we're going to focus particularly on a particular rule. So I've just touched on rules in the previous video, and this rule that we're going to focus on now is one of our most popular rules, which we'll be using to build our asset management system. So the first thing I'll do is I'll set up a few neater fields, and I'll delete some things just to make it a bit more easier to understand. So we'll get rid of this. That was for the previous video. We'll move this up a bit. We'll just create a new element here. So here's, move that here. And I'll say asset description. The next thing I'm going to do is just delete some of our old records that are from the previous video because I just want things to be nice and clean. So I'm just going down and editing and then pressing delete for each one. So as you can see there, scroll down, there's an edit link. Now, we're starting from fresh. As you're aware, we have an auto-generate that generates asset number 000001. So that's our first asset. I'm going to give this a description. We'll just say the asset is HP laser printer office 01 downstairs. Just something to give an example. I'm going to press return submit now, and that information, you can't see it here, is because our default view only shows the first five fields. I'll just go to edit mode. And we can scroll down to data display settings. And I can change this. So it's a asset number, we'll make this number 1. And we'll do asset description, we'll make number 2. And I'll make this upload file number 6, just to have it a bit neat. And that show this was from a previous video, we don't need that. And I'll just change the amount that we're going to default to see is 4, just so we have something kind of neat. Now I'm ready to go back, and we can see the file description that I had entered in the previous entry. So that's just setting up our first asset so I can show you the rule. Now I'm going to go into calibration records. This, you'll have seen this video and you'll have seen I've changed this to a plain data. I'm going to change this back to a text field just for the purpose of this video. And I'm just going to say asset information as a new field. And what I'm going to do is when we put in the asset number into this field, we're going to populate asset information based on what we have in the other block. So I'm opening up the other block again just so we have the two of them open. Asset list and calibration records. So as you can see, asset description. I'll change this. It doesn't matter. We can have a different field name to the one. So we're going to be getting this description and populating asset information. And as you can see, it doesn't have to be the same field name. Now let's get to the rules. So you've seen in the previous video how actions occur. So I'm going to trigger a rule, which is considered an action, to populate the asset information based on the asset number. So you click on rules over asset number. And the reason you do it over asset number is because that's where we're triggering the rule. So now in our field rules, we have a rule called populate another local field with data from elsewhere. Simple as that. And now we pick our block, and I'm going to pick asset list. Remember, I'm in the calibration records block, so I'm getting information from the asset list. What information do we want? We want the asset description. What's the field we're looking to populate? We're looking to populate asset information here. What are we doing to look up the information? At the moment, it doesn't know how it should find the asset description. And we're going to say, well, it needs to use the asset number. So in this case, we're saying the asset number must equal the asset number. So the asset number here must equal the asset number here. And that's how we do our search. And we add that as a matching pair. So it's possible to add multiple pairs so that it allows someone to refine their search. So I'm going to click Submit Rule. And now we can see a nice summary of the rule. And we go to the front end. And I'll copy and paste this. I'll put it into asset number. And I'm going to hit return. And as you can see, we got our asset information. And that's basically it. That's one of our most popular rules. It's called populate local field with data from elsewhere. So our next video is going to use all of the things we've learned in the previous videos, and we're going to build a nice and simple asset management system. Thank you. Bye bye.